Hey everybody, how we doing? My name is Bob and I'm here today to talk to you about one of our premier copper vessel sinks that we carry for the bathroom. This is the Montevideo, as we call it. The model number on the left is the TCV-010NA, and then on the right we have the antique finish, which is TCV-010AN. So I'm going to dive into it a little bit and highlight some features, some bullet points, and just give you a little bit of information as to what you can expect when you open up that box. So this is the natural finish, and as you can tell, it's a little dramatic. There are some dark tones going on here, but there are also some lighter tones, and personally I like the natural finish a little bit better, depending on the setting of course, but it just gives you a little bit more character, gives you a little bit more lively product, and it's also shown that way on the outside. You can see here, you got quite a few darker tones, but you also got some lighter tones. So it just gives you a little drama in the bathroom. This series is going to be 19 left to right, and then 14 front to back, and 6 inches tall. So it's a nice, good size bathroom vessel sink for you. It's got a 1-inch thick rim, so that's kind of the reason why this is our premier line, is because the rim here is a solid 1-inch thick, almost 5 times as thick as our other single layer copper vessels. And that makes the inside here 17 left to right, and then 12 front to back here. But it's still a very, very nice copper vessel sink, good size. These are also hand hammered in Mexico. And so the hand hammering is a little bit more prevalent on the antique finish, just because it's a little bit darker. You're able to see it. There's a few there's a few thousand hammer strikes in each of these sinks, so you get a phenomenal quality product. It's not like a machine pressed sink where everything is kind of the same. These are actually hand hammered, and each one will vary just a little bit. Nothing you're really going to notice, but if you were to put them side by side, you'll notice that just the pattern in it is very unique, and each piece is kind of your own. So that's the great thing about getting a hand hammered copper sink. Once you're ready to install these, you get them out of the box and you're all excited to install them. We recommend to use a 1.5 inch hole in your countertop. That's what the size is here for the drain hole, and that makes installation kind of easy. We recommend the strainer drain, and that'll simply fit in kind of like so, nice and flush for you, and you'll simply just tighten it from the underside of the counter and you'll be ready to go. Done deal. So after you get it installed, we do recommend to also just take another preventative step. Copper is pretty easy to maintain overall. You know, it doesn't show fingerprints typically like, say, chrome or brushed nickel would. But I would take another step and just put a little waxing over it. What you'll do is there's a couple different waxing compounds out there, but when you basically apply a waxing compound to it, it's going to help protect it from like water spotting, and also say like if you left something acidic on it, he's going to go in the bathroom of course, but if you would say like let a lemon or a tomato or something acidic on it overnight, it can kind of leave it a shiny copper look, say in the morning, but typically over time, if you just let it be, it'll actually heal itself back and will darken up again. So they're very resilient in that way. You do get some living properties with that, because these are 99+% recycled copper, and so you do get a phenomenal quality product. With that being said, you also get a unique quality with it. You get a antibacterial property with it, because copper, just as an element, has that ability with it, so it's kind of unique in that regard. A lot of people don't know that about copper, but that's kind of a unique property, especially for the bathroom. And so that kind of wraps it up. These would be great pieces for, like, say, you could do like a log cabin or a rustic design. You could even do it in restaurants. We've seen it in commercial settings before as well. And so there's really no wrong place for them, but if you have some more questions or want to reach out to us, feel free. We'd be glad to help. Thanks.